I'm doing other things, like that refreshes you, so then you can go be a better basketball player.
Yeah,
You're still
it's
going
a
to
big struggle. I'm so competitive, man. It,
like if you miss this shot,
free
they
throw.
free throws, right?
And
What's up, family? It's Derek Moore.
Emeka and today we're on episode 4 of the game within.
Episode 4, but that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
bro. Four
crazy, bro.
episodes in, bro.
4 episodes in. We got a real good one for y'all today. Me and Mecca have been talking about this one for a while, but we wanted to kind of give y'all a baseline with episodes 1 through 3, kind of giving y'all some background on us and how we view different things. But we kind of haven't taken a step back from our sport, talk about other things. So we got a real good episode today about what I would call work-life balance. Basketball is not really, work, but there's work to be put in when you do
For
it
sure. What?
every day.
Yeah, bro. It's almost a job when you play at the level that we do in college, and you're about to be a pro. So it's really a
Really a
job.
job.
So yeah, man, I'm really excited for this episode. And to start things off, we're gonna go with dividing your energy. You want to start us off?
Yeah, I mean, dividing your energy, some people would be like, where do you put your attention to? So, I mean, I feel like this is one of the most important things that you can do as an athlete because you never want to pour so much into your sport that you lose sight of, your faith, family, relationships. Like, you never want to be that guy who is so invested in your sport because, I mean, then you become success driven. How's my sport going? If my sport's going good, I'm doing good. If my sport's going bad, I'm closing doors and shutting
Right.
everybody off already. So you can't even delegate yourself to other people,
Right.
because you're like so invested in your sport. I was gonna say idolize your sport, but we'll get to that in a minute. But
Yeah.
you're so invested in your sport to where it's kind of like, if this ain't going good, I don't want to talk to my mom. I don't want to talk to my dad. Like, I just want to go get in the gym. So I feel like having that balance of, okay, I'm an athlete, but my identity's elsewhere.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, and those are really good points. And like, kind of to piggyback off what you were saying, it's just really important to just not just always have your attention on one thing. Too much of one thing is always bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, too much of water is bad sometimes. It's crazy as you think. Like, too much of anything can be bad.
Yeah.
And so it's always important to just divide your energy into other things. Try to find other hobbies. I was I'm guilty of sometimes not dividing my energy and spending all my energy into basketball, kind of losing sight of spending quality time with friends, family, or maybe just finding other hobbies. And you don't want to put all your energy into one thing and then make that your identity. Which we kind of can, if you go back and watch our other videos, we kind of touch on identity.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, it's super important to really spread that energy, and it keeps you refreshed. And
Exactly.
that thing that you probably end up naturally pouring most of your energy into, if you learn to spread that energy, you'll actually see benefits in that thing,
Yeah.
because you'll be refreshed, your mind will be ready to go, and not so mentally drained, man.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, it's kind of crazy when you take a step back from your sport. It makes your sport easier because
Yeah.
you're not so fully, like, you're just not fully fleshed into it. Like, that's not the only thing you're worried about. Like, taking a step back and spending time with your family, spending time with your girlfriend, spending time with these other people, and spending time doing other things, like, that refreshes you, so then you can go be a better basketball player.
Yeah.
And like, we've been guilty of this in the past. Like, even last summer when we first met, like, let's meet at the Y at 8:45. All right, bet. Let's go have runs at 2. Let's go back and work out at 5:30. Like, come on, we're running ourselves so thin to where it's like, oh, mom got dinner cooked. I can't even eat dinner with my dukes because
Yeah.
all I'm worried about is how I'm gonna get to the next runs.
Yeah.
And like, that wasn't a bad thing at the time, but it was detrimental leading into our future. And like, looking back, I noticed that now because I couldn't be the best version of myself for the people I loved because I was too invested into my sport.
Yeah, I mean, I was almost guilty of it today. I mean, I
Right,
texted
yeah,
you.
you did.
I was like, we already got a workout in and an encore workout in and a weight room session in, and I was like, hey, we might need to push this back,
Yeah.
push this podcast back, so I can go to the gym again. But and that's good sometimes. It's good to do that, but there's also a balance to that. I can always go tomorrow and get that same work in, or go later, or go after this. And not just push back things that I already planned with people, things that I already had planned, people's time that they're investing and pouring into me. So I was almost guilty of that.
I didn't even. I forgot about that today. Like you did text. He was like, "Hey, bro, we need to push it back. Like I want to go. I want to go have some runs at the Y." But I can't even blame him sometimes because I fall back into that. I'm like, man, this ain't going my way, bro. Let me get in the gym. Like, let me go escape. But then it's like, what? Like, ain't nothing to escape, bro. Like this. These are the people that are pouring into me. And, it it's kind of hard. It's a growth thing for sure because you love the sport so
Yeah.
much, but it's necessary to have that balance.
Yep, and that's a great way for us to get into this next segment, the importance of balance. We kind of touched on it a little bit in the first segment, but I think it's really important. I'm gonna reiterate what I was saying is one of the most important things of balance is so you don't overload. Sometimes we're always like, okay, gotta get it done. We gotta get a million shots up. We gotta get 100 reps up. But sometimes too much of doing your work or whatever you're putting your energy into can do a counter effect to your
Mm-hmm.
game or your career, whatever you're dealing with, and it can actually make you less efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just not going to be as sharp because you're overloading yourself, and you're going to start ignoring the details and things, and just unintentionally finding yourself going through the motions, instead of having, maybe I go just twice a day, or maybe I go once, maybe I go to the weight room in the gym once that day, but while I'm in there, I'm gonna be really sharp,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna get my work done at a high level versus going to the gym 5 times and it's sloppy.
Yeah.
So there's
I get
definitely
that.
a balance to it, and I think that's the first point I would hit at.
Yeah. I mean, it's important, and like I kind of do have to go off what you said. Like it drains your mental, and you're like your mentality is half the battle in basketball. Like, and we touched on that every episode, I believe. Like the importance of your mental going into the game. Like if you're if you've overloaded yourself, you're gonna be like, man, I shoot a million shots a day. Why am I having an off day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you kind of have to have that. Like it's all about the balance of it. Like, give yourself time to reflect on all the work you put in, because like if you're just working, 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 you never have time to reflect, and that's also
Right.
taking away time from people who've poured into you, and like it will make you less efficient. I say that for a fact. Like it will make you a less efficient basketball player. Now I'm not saying like you can take 3 rest days in a row,
Yeah,
sit on the
no,
couch
no,
and eat
no, no,
Cheetos. You know what
no.
I'm saying? But it's important to have those days where you're really
Yeah, don't
you're really
don't get
sitting
that
back.
misconstrued. I actually, that's my biggest pet peeve. I hate when people don't work hard. Like that's my biggest pet peeve. That's not at all the message I'm delivering. You definitely got to get up, go to work every single day.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
I
You got
mean,
to
there is an off day. My off day is Sunday. Shout out to the Lord. That's the Lord's day.
shout out to the Lord.
But
I
for the
like that.
most part, if I'm able, I'm getting up. If I'm able, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna make the most out of my day. I'm gonna do something productive. Um, but like we already touched on, there is a balance to it, and it is important to have a peace of mind sometimes, and
You
step
gotta
away
wake
from
up. You
things.
gotta wake up and get them daily deposits in.
Yeah,
Right?
you
I like to
got
call
to.
it paying the tax, man. You're blessed with everything. Go pay the tax and put the work in. But I mean, yeah, like we're saying, the balance really helps your mental health, and your mentality is half the game. And like I mean I love talking to like my mom, my girlfriend, stuff like that. Like people, shout out the women in my life for real. Shout out Nana, shout out Granny, shout out
Yeah,
Mom, shout out
shout out all
shout out
the.
all the women in my life.
I didn't expect.
Not for real. Shout out all the women in my
Shout
life
out.
though.
I mean, you can never go
You can
wrong.
never
Shout
go
out
wrong.
all the women.
But shout out to them. They're like, man, you shoot all the time. Like, what's going on? Like, why are we missing shots? I'm like, it's way more mental than
Bruh,
you think it is,
my
dude.
my girl be like,
Dude,
she sometimes like, cause she watch basketball live, but sometimes she'll be watching our games and she'll be like, y'all can't hear nothing today. I know them all at practice. Y'all's coach gonna be having y'all practicing nothing but threes. I'm like, chill, like it's just
that's
basketball.
what I'm
Like
saying.
it's basketball at the end of the day.
Hold on,
Like
bro. Let me see if we on the same page real quick though. This real off the cuff. This ain't even. What's your girl least favorite thing about least favorite thing that basketball players don't do efficiently?
it,
Like if you miss this shot,
free
they
throw.
free throws, bro.
And
Why is it always
I'll
free
victim,
throws,
bro.
dude?
I used to be victim of that. This season, we're gonna minimize that.
Nah,
But
for real.
yeah, free throws.
Like they're
Oh
free.
gosh,
How are
yeah,
you missing free?
they're free. They're free.
That's
But it's
too
like
funny. That's the mental side of it.
it's
Shout out
just
to
a
the women in our life
yeah,
though.
it's just a mental aspect of a free throw. Man, it's so funny because like when you don't like their perspective on it,
It's so bro.
it's so funny, but it's so true, but it's like so
Like
like
it's like
disregarding the whole other element of basketball. But
that's why I love getting her perspective though, because it's like she's telling me like what she sees as somebody who don't even hoop, and it's
yeah,
like she's telling the truth.
it's so simplified
Hey, that's what
to
I'm
the point
saying.
where like they're
And you
not even
need
considering the other elements. But then sometimes I need to hear it because it's like, wow, it is that simple.
yeah.
Sometimes,
We get off topic. Shout out my girl though. Yeah,
Yeah,
shout out
yeah.
my girl. We get off
Shout out
topic.
my
Shout out
girl
my girl
too.
though. But man, we talked about the importance of it. Kind of touched on that. So, I mean, I think we do. Speaking of basketball, now we've been speaking a lot about basketball. So, how would you say? All right, so let me see how I word this. How I guess I can say what I said earlier. How would you navigate not idolizing the sport of basketball?
Oh yeah, so we're jumping into the third segment.
Yeah.
Um, repeat that. I like how you worded it.
Yeah. How would you, or I guess, how do you not make basketball an idol in your life?
Okay, first you gotta identify that it is idle.
Yep.
Um, because I honestly want to say from about eighth grade till junior year of college, basketball's been an idol in my life. If you don't know, I'm going into senior year of college, so I'm being
It's been a
completely
long time
vulnerable
coming.
with y'all right now. Basketball was an idol in my life basically ever since I took it serious, and this upcoming season will be the first time removed from that, and I'm really excited to see what that looks like because this is where we're gonna go tie this into the Lord. So y'all
Yep.
pay attention.
Yep.
Um, First, I identified it was an idol when I realized that I had it over God.
Yep.
I kind of had basketball at the top of the mountain, and a lot of times that it was weird because basketball honestly made me close to God in a sense because I would talk to him all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but it was so transactional
Yeah.
of a relationship between me and the Lord. I would always just be like, Lord, can you help me with like, can you like, Lord, like, why is this happening in my career? Like, Lord, I was always asking, and that's not a relationship you need to have with the Lord. It needs to be an actual genuine relationship,
Mm-hmm.
a transformative relationship, not a transactional
Yes.
relationship.
Yeah.
And I didn't find that out until recent. And I'm really excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Having the Lord truly in front. And I really didn't know that I had basketball at the head, but I realized I had basketball as an idol when my peace and happiness depended
Depending on
on
the
my
performance. Yes,
performance.
bro. Yeah. That's
Like
game.
if I didn't perform well, I'm sad. If I did, I'm happy.
Free game, bro.
If we didn't win the game we are supposed to, I'm frustrated. Don't talk to me. Family members knew not to talk to me we lost. Like I just don't want to hear it. And no, I thought that was just competitiveness. I thought that was
Yeah,
just me being hard on myself. I am hard on myself a little too much.
yeah.
I'm getting better at that, but yeah, I definitely was idolizing basketball for a long time.
I feel that too. Like I can relate. Quick story time. My mom tells me this all the time. She was like, after from your freshman even into my junior year of college, like after every game, after a win, I'm bouncing from family member to family member, like, man, appreciate y'all for coming. Thanks for coming to my game, man. Like that means so much to me. I'm celebrating. Then after a loss, which this is human nature, like I'm going out there. I just want to go talk to my mom, talk to my dad, be done.
Right.
But like I'm like I was so like you said dependent on my performance to where it was like if we lose, this is about like I'm making it about myself.
Right.
I'm like now I'm sad. Now I don't even got no reason to be happy.
Right.
And like it comes from having a grateful attitude. Like yeah, you're
Yes.
blessed to play. Like you're blessed to put the orange ball in the hoop, man. Like
Yes.
so my
Yes.
senior year, after every game, win or loss, I would it's still a struggle obviously, but I make sure everybody knows I appreciate them. You know,
Yeah.
it's a big struggle though.
Yeah, for
Wins,
sure.
wins and losses.
For
I'm still
sure,
going
it's a
out there.
big struggle. I'm so competitive, man.
Yeah,
Like you can ask anybody close to me. I hate losing. Like I hate losing.
yeah,
So like even like close with the Lord as I am now, thankfully, um, I can't lie. Like it's uncomfortable
hmm
to like move on sometimes, but just one thing that definitely keeps me grounded is having that that gratefulness
yeah,
that I'm even able. Somebody woke up without sight.
yeah,
Somebody woke up without limbs. Someone woke up without being able to hear. All types of different things. Some people aren't even allowed to play basketball wherever they're from. And it's just like I have a cousin that he's from Nigeria. I'm Nigerian, but I'm first gen. And what that means is this: both my parents were raised in Nigeria. They lived there most of their lives, and then moved here when when they were about in their late 20s, mid 20s. Had me and my siblings, but all the blood in my body is Nigerian. So I have a lot of family that's still Nigerian in Nigeria living there, and I had a cousin that just recently moved over here 2 years ago, about a year and a half, and he loves basketball, bro. He
yeah,
loves basketball, and he always would call me and talk about basketball, and just he would just be like, man, I wish I could like be like in the situation you're in, like, and it wasn't out of like envy or anything. It
yeah,
was genuineness. Like he genuinely just wished like he could do what I'm able to do, and sometimes I just be like, wow, like I am grateful, like like they'll play basketball there, but the courts aren't indoor courts with
yeah.
AC, fresh hardwood. Like
Mm,
it's just outside. They don't have like organized basketball teams, college teams out there,
yeah,
and it's just like, dang, like he didn't even get that opportunity.
yeah.
Like that opportunity wasn't even on the table.
Mm. So
And
just like being in the situation we're
yeah,
in, like you sit back, like you get so invested in like, man, I'm missing shots today, or like it's just I had a rough day in the gym. Like there's people who couldn't even get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like having that grateful attitude is so important. And like I can tell by the stuff you tell me about your cousin, like he would thrive just because like he's never been exposed
yeah,
to what we've been exposed to, and like if he was in our situation, like he would be grateful. So
yeah,
why can't I be grateful to be in this
for
situation?
sure, for sure.
And getting back to idolizing basketball, I think like, and this is kind of crazy that you were just talking about this, like about your cousin and all that. Like we have to remember, like basketball is a game.
Yeah,
Basketball is a game. You know what I'm saying?
it's a game,
Basketball is
bro.
40 minutes of trying to put a 29.5 Evo in an orange rim for 40 minutes down and back.
Yeah,
So you're trying to do that, and you're trying to stop the other guy from doing that. It's the dumbest. Like it's the
it's
dumbest
not.
game
It's
ever.
not. It's
It's
not war, bro.
that's what
It
I'm
be feeling
saying.
like it though. And I ain't gonna lie, this culture, this new culture, this new age of sports, it doesn't help.
Yeah,
Uh, like the bigger the stage, the bigger the stakes are of your performance. And I mean, just last night we seen De'Aaron Fox do some
my
questionable
fault, bro.
things
My fault.
on the court. But nah, all serious, this uh, De'Aaron Fox on the Spurs, he made a play that wasn't the best decision.
Mhm.
Um,
And just
and
like this,
he's getting
just like that,
ridiculed. I mean, he's getting
like they're
slandered. Like
slaughtering
it's
him,
horrible. I mean, we're talking about death threats. We're talking about comparing
brother.
him to the worst
They're comparing them.
historic
That's what
figures
I'm saying.
in the history of the world, and they're saying that he's a worse human being. And we're talking about
We're talking about
basketball.
basketball, bro. We're talking about 40 minutes of up and down.
We're talking about an orange ball, two hoops,
Thank God.
10 guys,
Two
and
coaches,
and he's getting compared to the
the
worst
worst
human
people.
beings to walk on this earth
Bro, TikTok's killing me.
because he lost them the game, and it's just like
I mean, yeah.
I
And then
feel for him.
you sit back and you see stuff like that, and you're like, man, like maybe I need to put some, like maybe I need to make sure I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's why it's not. Sometimes it's not as easy because it may not be on that scale for everybody, but it's just like you do have to keep into what is the word I'm trying?
Perspective,
Yeah,
consideration.
like yeah, you have to consider the fact that
Yeah.
there's these social pressures
Yes.
that are thrown on us, and it may be your parents, it may be your basketball dad. I mean, I've seen so many crazy basketball dads in my career. I didn't have a basketball dad.
Shout out,
Like,
hey, shout out to Men in Our Lives too, though. Shout out Pops, though.
oh yeah, shout out to my
We
dad. I
were
mean, he
so
wasn't
low.
a basketball dad, but
Shout out my dad.
he stayed talking about basketball. All he tell me is to dunk the
No,
ball.
the boy. Bro,
Any,
your dad's hilarious, bro.
anytime he sees someone who does a ball on TV, he's like, "See, this is what I want. This is what I want you to do. I want you to have aggression." And
Dunk the ball and play good defense.
I'm like,
Yeah.
you're right. Like you're right.
No, he
Even
actually
my
though. Dunk
coaches
it.
tell me that. I mean, but I mean, I got you, Pops. I got you this year. I got you some dunks, but yeah, it's just sometimes these social pressures that are thrown onto athletes.
Yeah.
It can really be mentally taxing. Um, but let's go ahead and jump into our ending segment with word of wisdom.
Gotta get the word of wisdom, man. I think I went first episode 2 and episode 3. So
Okay.
I gotta let you go first. And it's not because I don't have anything prepared. I never have anything prepared. I gotta let my guy go first though. I need to he gonna overshadow me anyways. His word of wisdom always go crazy. He gonna overshadow me.
This is a crazy intro,
Like
bro.
he gonna overshadow
But
me.
I appreciate it, bro. But
It's just Glaze, my fault.
no,
I'll cut this
no,
out, man. I'll cut this
no,
out.
no, keep it in, keep it in. I appreciate the props, the flowers. Um, but for my word of wisdom today, we just gonna go with man, just keep the main thing the main thing. Um, sometimes we lose sight of what we have to accomplish, and that can be because of distractions. Maybe your energy is being poured into the wrong thing. Today, a big part of our conversation was dividing energy, but sometimes we give our energy in the wrong areas.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say keep the main thing the main thing. First, with that, the main thing for all of us, and I pray for all of us, I hope the main thing for all of us is to love Christ, love Jesus Christ, because, I mean, man, like without him,
It's
I'm
life changing.
nothing, bro. Like
It's life
I
changing.
say it all a lot. It's just so life changing to have him in your life. And when you keep that the main focus, like it helps you just see the world from a different point of view. And
Helps you feel unstoppable, dude. Like you literally feel
yeah,
unstoppable.
Yeah, man, and it's not always easy,
at
but
all.
you'll find a everlasting peace in it because that's something you can always rely on, man. That's something you can always rely on. That's something you can actually pour all your energy into,
Exactly.
and you'll never be pouring too much energy into. That's the only thing that too much of doesn't exist.
It don't
Okay,
exist.
so keep the main thing the main thing. That's number one. But obviously, when we talk in a practical sense, if you have goals you set out to see, you want things to accomplish, maybe you shouldn't be, pouring your energy into partying and, drinking, maybe putting stuff in your body that isn't good for you, or maybe you shouldn't be too caught up in all the girls on campus and, or maybe you shouldn't be too worried about what people think.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different aspects to it. We can get caught up in what people think, and we lose sight on our purpose, our identity. And you know who you are. Who
Yeah.
cares what someone thinks about you? So just keep the main thing the main
You
thing.
always right. I love the word of wisdom segment because I always get free game from it. I hope he's putting y'all on. I hope y'all listening. He always put me on. See what I was thinking when you were saying that's like you can't pour too much into Jesus because look at what he did. I did and see I was thinking about this. Did I not text you last night?
Yeah,
Talking about I just read Matthew 15.
yeah.
Like Jesus was really this is probably how I worded it. It was a voice note. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I said.
Okay.
Man, Matthew in verse 14 talking about Jesus now healed the sick. Verse 15, he onto a whole different topic. Like Jesus is that powerful.
He's so
He's
powerful.
he's that powerful. Like Jesus healed the sick. The great physician, he healed the sick. And the disciples were like, oh yeah, man, that's just Jesus, man. Like
Yeah,
that's just what he does. You know how powerful that is?
yeah,
So I like that word of wisdom, but make sure that relationship is right. Because you see the power he holds. Make sure that relationship is right.
yeah,
And
man.
it's not even because of the consequences. You should just do it because
Out of love.
out of love. Because look at what he's graced you with. And that even ties into what we were talking about earlier. I'm pointing at Steve. That even pours into the stuff we were talking about earlier, like with the balance, man.
Get the
Like,
sauce.
no, I really did just go with the sauce. But it ties into what we were talking about earlier. Like, you need to pour into that relationship because you are like, look at what he's blessed you with. He blessed you with the opportunity to play that
Yeah.
game, man.
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, he overshadowed me, obviously, but I'm just playing. I get into mine. Mine's simple. It's just, man, show your people love. Like, don't let a day go by. You don't
Mm.
show the people you love your love, and it don't even got to be a drawn out thing. It doesn't even have to be words. It can be actions. Like, man, go see your grandparents, man.
Yeah, they love that.
You don't understand what it takes or like what it does for them when you go to see them. They know how busy we are. So for you to take time out of them to go show them love, that's like that makes their day. Like your parents, man, tell your parents you love them. Tell your parents you're grateful for them. Your siblings, like everybody that's poured into you. As busy as you get, man, pour into your people just because you never know. You
Yeah,
never
you
know, man.
don't. You don't. Tomorrow's not a promise.
I promise.
Not to fear monger, but yeah, that was a really good point. Definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm guilty of that sometimes, especially when basketball season's around.
Exactly.
I'm guilty of
I'm
that
guilty of it, bro.
for sure.
That's just something to sit on, man. You gotta tell the people you love them, man. But yeah. I hope y'all learned something from him. Cause he
And
really,
him, and him, he just that was a great word of wisdom, bro. Like,
man. Why? I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Episode 4. Hope y'all got something from it. Let us know if you got any questions. DMs are always open. Follow us on all slow show. No,
follow us on
no, you
all
got me.
socials. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and that's the game with it.
You with that? Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.